Hey, what's up, everybody? Check this out. Over here in the sunny, sunshine state of Florida. Sorry we couldn't make it to California this time, but we're in Florida. Nice and colorful, nice and vibrant and stuff. Um, so we took a trip over here. I'm with some family, or yeah, with some old-time friends and so forth. I'm with some old-time friends. It's a yearly vacation, and yeah, so we're over here in Florida, next to Orlando, like 15 minutes away from. Actually, I don't know how far away from Orlando, but anyways, we're from Universal, or we're about 5 to 10 minutes away from Universal Studios. But so I'm just gonna, I guess, jump straight into it. Universal Studios. We took a trip to Universal Studios and we checked out some of the theme parks. And there was two of them that got my attention. It was Harry Potter and this one called, what's it called? It was called a Dark Universe. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. We didn't go check out Harry Potter World or Harry Potter Universe, but the world, or did we? I can't remember. I don't know. Anyways, there was a mixture of them. It was a little bit of France. It was Paris, and we got on a Harry Potter ride, is what it was. But when we went on a Harry Potter ride, man, hopefully later on I can like edit this and show the pictures of certain things that I'll be talking about. But so the Harry Potter ride. First of all, long lines. Goodness gracious, I didn't even know these lines could freaking be so long. Just when you think you're about to get there, you're just turning a corner and you have to go another freaking half mile for another line. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what it felt like. So anyways, dude, there was two things that caught my attention, right? Regarding like I guess the church, regarding Catholicism, Protestantism, regarding God, regarding Christianity. And I'm sure that a lot of people have heard the story of Harry Potter. The way that my friend had described it pretty much summed it up real quick. And to me, it was kind of like, it was basically the story of Jesus, right? And I don't know a whole lot about the author of Harry Potter, but I do know that a lot of these things that are mimicked and put in media, they reflect a lot of the battle between God and Satan. So it's really no surprise there. And not to give any glory to or to Harry Potter, to give any credit saying or claiming that it's Christian. I just understand that the Christian story is basically repeated over and over again through these different storylines. So Harry Potter just happens to be one of them, right? Well, the thing that always caught my attention about Harry Potter, is the fact that they have a ministry, right? And it wasn't until, and actually, as a matter of fact, when I watched Harry Potter before I even started learning about Catholicism, I always was kind of envious of the structure of their ministry. And they're always talking about the ministry of this or that, right? And they're basically regulators and rule makers and a legal counsel and all that to dictate what, basically, yeah, you know what I mean, to govern what goes on within the body of Hogwarts and whatnot. So this time around, now I'm coming to the Harry Potter ride a little more educated, and I'm thinking, but I'm coming with the information of Catholicism and seeing what everything in Catholicism is doing with the ministry, with the magisterium, with the government of the church, and this, that, and the other, right? Well, I don't know, man. I guess like what we were looking for, or what we were looking through the ride, because we were going through through just these long lines of different hallways, sort of say, that showed us different things, or different things of the overall theme of Harry Potter, right? And it just everything made sense. Everything made so much sense. Man, I don't even know what I mean, I know what I'm trying to get to. I don't know how to word it necessarily, but man, what do I say? I guess let me get down to the point. Catholicism makes sense to me. Catholicism makes sense to me. Man, Catholicism makes sense to me. It does make sense. And when I was walking through the Harry Potter park, through the Harry Potter ride, it actually made me grateful that there is a council, that there is a structure. Let's just say that I came out of the ride thinking Protestants don't know what the hell we're doing. We as Protestants don't know what the hell we're doing. Yeah, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Because everything in the Catholic Church, and I'm not disregarding Orthodoxy. We'll get to Orthodoxy in a bit. But everything in Catholicism is, I don't know, it makes sense. I don't know what else to say. It makes sense. The council, the structure, the authority, the legal standing, it just all makes sense. It was mind-blowing. And honestly, I wanted to cry. It was mind-blowing. I wanted to cry because I felt like, holy crap. I didn't even know how to explain my awe. But I was just in awe. It's so amazing to be able to see that, to be able to experience that, to be able to know that, and that was just a ride. That was just a Harry Potter ride. I couldn't imagine what it actually is to walk through and to be a part of the Catholic Church. But before we get carried away with the idea of I get my language, the language that I'm using to describe my experience. No, I'm not Catholic. I almost felt like I was going to turn Catholic. I almost told my friend, dude, I'm Catholic. But no, it wasn't like that. I'm still very much Protestant. But it was just really interesting. It was very eye-opening. It was just super eye-opening. And we'll get in a little more in depth, or I'll get a little more in depth later. But it was one of the most eye-opening experiences that I've ever had in my life when it came to anything spiritual. And literally, I felt the potency behind spirituality in this materialization of spiritual things in simply thinking about the Catholic Church. It was incredible, man. It was the most astonishing, man. I'm telling you, dude, I can expand on this. I can use as many adjectives to try to describe it or whatever, to try to express what I'm feeling or what I thought about it, what I felt at that moment. But it's just too much, and there's not enough time, and I'm sure that everybody has things to do. But man, I was mind blown. Well, I'll get more in depth into it later. I'll take down some notes and stuff. And I guess draw some points for what I want to talk about. But that's basically what I wanted to say, man. My Harry Potter ride experience pretty much exposed to me or revealed to me, kind of pulled back the cap on I don't know, it was kind of like a Catholic revelation. It was like a Catholic revelation, man. And it was I'm telling you, dude, it was amazing. The thing about it is that I've always wanted this, I've always, I see the Protestant church, man, and I read things in the Bible, and I'm like, well, why doesn't the Catholic Church do this? Or not the Catholic Church. Why doesn't our church do this? Why doesn't our church do that? Why is this missing like this? Why is this missing? And there's so many questions. There's so many gaps. There's so many things missing. And it's frustrating. And again, we'll get to that a little more, or we'll get to that later. Because that's a whole other thing to get into. But yeah, man, I just want to document this and show what's going on. I wanted to document this and freaking demonstrate. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell I wanted to do. It wasn't a demonstration. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. It was just eye-opening. It was eye-opening. It was crazy, amazing. The next ride that we got onto was the Dark Universe, and that one is more medieval based. But can you imagine though, going from Harry Potter, or like having this experience about the ministry, right, and then going to what's it called? Going to what's it called? Going to like a medieval experience, right? Like you're surrounded by this whole thing, so it's like you're in the world of that. And that was a whole different thing too. And what that reminded me was of kingdoms. So I'll touch on that a little later too. There's quite a few things, as a matter of fact. And this was just an amazing experience. And again, I'll elaborate more on the whole amazing part of it, of the experience. I'll elaborate more on it because I don't want to be misleading and say that it was such an incredible experience that, now I'm Catholic. It has nothing to do with that. But I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm open-minded. Like, I even got to the point of telling my friend, he said something, man, what'd he say? He was talking about the Catholic Church, because we took a trip to St. Augustine yesterday. We took a trip to St. Augustine yesterday, and obviously St. Augustine, right? Like, there's nothing more Catholic than freaking a city being named after a saint. Anyways, there's a bunch of like parishes and whatnot, and statues of Jesus and Jesus holding people and whatnot, and he said something about something, and I can't remember what it was, but I commented back that what they got going on in the Catholic Church is pretty freaking amazing. I can't remember what he said. He might have mentioned something about idolatry, or no. He said that he really likes the way that they're built, is what it is. And I told him that the Catholic religion is actually pretty cool. Never in my life would I have ever imagined myself saying that. Oh my gosh, man. Anyways, we'll talk more later. I gotta get going. But yeah, quick intro to quick intro. This is 13 minutes long. A little detailed intro on where I'm at over here in Florida. I forgot Christus or Crippus, or I can't remember what the name is. Went to Orlando, went to Universal Studios 3 days, went to St. Augustine yesterday, and now I'm over here making a video for y'all.